Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome
We're,
to compiling shaders.
we are continuing with Final Fantasy 16. Um, we have, see, how would we sum up the story so far? 13 years ago, our little brother died. We just found out that it was actually us that killed him, though it's possible we weren't actively responsible because we might have been under like some form of mind control or something. um there's a bunch of like warring nations trying to gather around the mother crystals where there is like better resources, whereas everywhere else is like becoming desert and devoid of life because all the magic is being drawn out of the land. And there are different individuals known as dominants that have the ability to transform into icons, the typical Final Fantasy summons. I think that pretty well covers where we're at.
That's all I remember.
And part
We
like,
have the mysterious third brother looking guy.
oh yes, he looks a lot like our brother, who is the one that's like mind controlling us potentially. Um, our friend from 13 years ago is the dominant of Shiva, and she's been unconscious until just now, where we're about to go meet her now that she's recovered.
That's right. We stopped right when that which is like, hey, she woke up, and we were like, okay, time to stop.
Yeah. Good cliffhanger to leave off on for our stream today.
Oh, you're awake? That's nice. Good night.
Also, a cutscene that we saw with the dominance of Bahamut and Odin, and just sort of introducing that they exist, I guess. There's lots of war going on. It is very Games of Thrones, where there are nations competing for control over presumably the mother crystals.
Or what's left of them, it sounds like.
Yeah. Our brother was the dominant of Phoenix, but he is presumably dead, though because he is the dominant of Phoenix, it's possible he comes back at some point. I'm still expecting that as a twist. And then we are a second dominant of fire, is of course Ifrit. And sometimes we have giant kaiju battles with the other dominants.
Also, we can apparently do the suck against other dominants and be like, your power is mine now.
Yes, we have a unique ability that nobody else seems to have, or recognize, or has ever seen or heard of before to steal powers from other dominants. We've stolen wind powers from the Garuda dominant.
Which, I'll be honest, even from just a gameplay standpoint, has made me go, this game's alright, I guess, too. Like, I kind of want this. Like, it just is a very good gameplay element that I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm awake now. I'm on board here.
I talked about last time that I was going to move it over to the solid state to hopefully reduce these load times a little bit, which I did in fact do. And still some pretty bad load times, I guess. Kind of impressive. Hopefully it's just like a bad initial load, and then the remaining loads will be smoother. Hopefully.
We'll see.
Game's just too big. That's the issue. Like the load times got worse. That doesn't even seem possible.
That's very strange.
I'm going to assume this had something to do with it having to like recompile the shaders, or like having to
I almost want to be
reinitialize them or
snarky, but like,
something.
clearly it's just the servers you're connecting to. But like, I'm scared I'll be right.
What
I'm
servers?
scared there's a secret server you have to connect to for this single player game, and I'm gonna feel like an idiot.
No. It has like the DRM checks, which might slow the like the what do you call it? Like loading a little bit, but not this bad.
Yeah.
Yes, hello and welcome, chatters.
Hello.
Still loading.
Final load 16. Now with extra load times for your convenience.
Part of me's like, did my computer crash? Did the game lock up? Like, it's spinning though, so trying to load a save file it can no longer locate. What's going on here? Hasn't crashed and is using 100% of my CPU. I don't know what's going on. I'm hesitant to kill it and try to bring it back up because I'm worried the shaders are going to have to compile again, which takes like 10 minutes on its own.
I love video games.
Just have to like kill time by talking with chat. Hello, chat.
Hello. Did you know that if you take 23 years and add 23 years, you have 23 years 2 times? That's how math works. That's
Uh,
also how long this load is going to take.
oh, I know what it's doing. It's waiting because I didn't talk about how our main character, Clive, since he just learned that he's the one that killed his brother, at least like physically, but maybe without control, he has not had time to process that grief at all in the slightest bit because like things have kept pushing him
Oh yeah,
forward.
that's true. He was not having a good time when we last controlled him.
Just constantly keep moving forward. Unlike the loading, because the Loading is still going. How much longer should I give it before just killing it and trying again?
If it didn't take so much of your CPU, I'd say just launch a second one. See which one finishes first.
Like that would kill my entire computer because like even the graphics card is pretty hit by this. You can do it, computer. I believe in you.
I'm worried it's still trying to like read off where it used to be or something.
That's what I'm thinking. Like the save file is not found for some reason because it's like expecting the save file to be like a different drive instead of the same drive now. It's like find the save file. Oh, oh, it
Oh my
loaded.
god, it loaded.
Oh my goodness.
Video games are real, in fact.
This feel backwards again.
I have the same problem every time I play a video game. I constantly switch what if horizontal camera movement is inverted or not. Just like every time I launch the game.
It has never been that bad of a load any of the previous times that we played this. So like
No.
that was irregular.
That's like I'm worried about your computer health slow.
Yes. That was something else. Okay, yeah, we do still have that's working. I was a little concerned about that because everything's very quiet.
It's true then. It really is you.
Oh. I can't hear it.
It is.
There we go, now I can.
Clive!
Also, as
You're
far as I'm
alive.
concerned, this man's name is Chive.
I have an onion.
So are you.
It just feels like more like a Final
Still
Fantasy
can't
name.
believe it.
Yeah, Clive is a pretty like normal name for Final
Are your
Fantasy.
wounds healed?
But they're trying to go for like realism,
Yes.
Game of Thronesy.
Talia told me what happened.
That's fair.
You saved my life.
After nearly taking it, I had no idea. Forgive me, but how did you ever come to be there, Jill? Fighting for them.
The Iron Blood. They invaded not long after the news arrived about Phoenix Gate. Rosaria had lost her leaders. The Duchy was in chaos. The Iron Kingdom saw our weakness and pounced upon it. They killed the men and captured the women.
And took you back to Ironhome.
I thought they meant to have their fun with me before the end. But the end never came. My powers awoke, and everything changed. It all happened so fast.
We were told that the Iron Blood had captured a dominant and planned to bring her on their latest crusade.
They gave me a choice. To fight for them on the battlefield or see my countrywomen slaughtered.
And they call us dominants.
What? What happened to Clive? What happened at Phoenix Gate?
It was me. I killed Joshua.
No, that's not true. I know you. You wouldn't do that.
It's the truth. I changed into him again, not long ago. The second icon of fire. The one responsible.
Clive.
When I think back to that night,
Found you.
the hooded man, he spoke to me.
Cinematography
say?
tricks going on here.
See? Told you. I told you.
Found you.
Go back and watch the video for episode 1. Nin did in fact say that's what he said.
We should go back there, to Phoenix Gate. I need to know what really happened. And so do you. You need to know for certain. And if what you told me is true, and you did what you said you did, then we will face it together.
Jill, all right.
You'll be needing a change of clothes then. Out you go, your lordship. We wouldn't want you getting overexcited.
Sorry.
I'll see you soon then, Clive.
I should make ready too. We've a long journey ahead of us.
Let's get this fixed before someone
We're looking at half a dozen, maybe more.
Their bunks are made up. I can leave whenever you're ready.
Ah, Clive. I trust you're settling in?
Gradually getting used to the place.
I'm glad to hear it. I was hoping you might be persuaded to come to my aid once more. Your services will be rewarded, of course.
I don't doubt it. Seems to be the way around here.
We strive to be better than those we once served. Now, as to the task itself, I am once again in need of a pair of hands to deliver sustenance to our esteemed companions. I have 3 meals for 3 industrious souls. What say you?
I'd be happy to help.
Marvelous. The 3 individuals you'll be seeking out are busying themselves about the hideaway. You'll find one by the entrance, another in the bunks, and the other guarding the cells. Thank you once again, Clive.
Just don't have enough teams to follow every lead.
Something smells good. For me, I hope.
It is. Courtesy of Kenneth.
Oh, my thanks. These birds are needy creatures. They don't like me running after the fat chocobo behind their backs.
They must keep you busy.
There's never a moment's rest. Probably for the best I eat down here, reeking of the staples as I do. I'd only put people off their food. And who has time to wash and dress for dinner when they've got little darlings like these to wait upon, eh? Anyway, thanks for the food, and be sure to give Kenneth my regards.
so soon? Fancied another kip in the cells, did you?
Kenneth sent me. He thought you might be hungry.
He wasn't wrong. The way my gut's been growling, I'd have curls running scared.
Guard duty down here can't be much fun.
It's not. But sometimes folk need locking up, and someone has to watch over them. I help people sleep at night, and that's not a boast many can make. You keep yourself on the right side of these bars now, you hear me?
We're looking at half a dozen, maybe more.
Their bunks are made up. I can leave whenever you're ready.
Another way to go that I'm not remembering. Oops.
Oh, what I wouldn't give for some wild Mickey berries.
Can I help you? Kenneth sent me.
Ah, wonderful. Do you hear that? Our food has arrived. Does your appetite still elude you?
Is he sick?
I'm afraid so. Those no longer in need of a physicker's immediate ministrations are sent here for further rest. I tend to those who cannot tend to themselves, which leaves me very little time for anything else. Happily, Kenneth sees that I stay fed. I would be lost without the kindness of good people like him and yourself. Thank you.
I think that's everyone. I better let Kenneth know.
I could really do with a proper place to train.
Here's another quest. I thought so.
Mughal funny.
Ah, you're back. All done?
Look at the
Wonderful.
funny Mughal.
Here, your reward, as promised.
The hideaway's quite something. Everyone has their place.
A fact we are proud of, believe me. I'm glad you've witnessed it for yourself. You have your place too, of course, as you have just so capably proven, and you will always have a place with us, should you desire it.
It's kind of you to say so.
It is the truth, and not a soul among us would deny it. I look forward to all that you will bring to our little community.
I talked to this guy yet.
Had so many uses. And how might this old soul be?
Do have more to tell him about.
If you have a question for me, I should
No.
be happy to answer it.
Good. Bases getting invaded in Final Fantasy games does tend to be a pretty typical thing, but I don't know. It could just be that they're trying to show, like, different way of living than the outside world where everyone's competitive and trying to compete for resources.
Will you go and check? I have to know.
All right, I'll go.
Marvelous. Thank you. You'll be rewarded for your time, of course.
Whereabouts is she?
Gotan's Bales. It's on the outskirts of Lostwig. Not the safest place for an unaccompanied bearer, perhaps, but the soil there is second to none. Now go, and do not linger. Why, it may already be too late.
last you a good while. Anything else?
Seriously, just make a new weapon that was stronger already?
Shiny.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Okay.
Well, so what'll it be?
Need another Minotaur main.
I hear a train. I didn't know there was a train nearby. Guess I usually don't have my window open.
Guess let's go ahead and do our side quest since it's actually in a place here instead of just at the base. That put it a lot faster.
Yeah.
I think it was just like a bad initial load after the recompiling of the shaders.
Maybe.
That's enough. You know what to do, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. That's enough. Don't let them get away. Stay down.
Are you hurt?
It would have been worse if you hadn't come along. Wait, I've seen you around the hideaway. You're new, aren't you?
I'm Clive.
And I'm Martel. But what are you doing here?
Looking for you. This is no place for a bearer on her own.
I noticed that. But this soil's not going to collect itself.
Then what if I gathered it for you? You could head back to the hideaway. Just exactly what sort of dirt is it that you need?
What I need is soil. But I'd be a fool to refuse your help after what just happened. It's the good stuff you're looking for. Dark, rich, fragrant. You'll know it when you find it.
Dark, rich, and fragrant. Right. Well, you should hurry back. Bohemil seemed worried enough that he might come looking for you himself.
That seems unlikely, but I won't argue with you. Thanks.
Soil, then. There's certainly enough of it here. But is it dark, rich, and fragrant? That should be enough. I better get it back to the hideaway.
I think the scariest thing to me is how rancid a JRPG's backpack must be.
Yeah.
Like my Final Fantasy 14 character has like 20 kinds of fish bait in his bag and food that's been there for years. I mean,
she's
just a
standing right
terrifying thought of, oh, you know how
girl.
bad that shit smells? I don't
The
want to
soil.
know, man.
Did you bring it? Yes. Here. Glorious! When Martel came home empty-handed, I almost had a fit. But with this, my research can continue. First and foremost come the measurements. I must know how much ether each sample contains. From there... Wait, so you were never...
Worried about me? Sorry to disappoint you, but the only thing he worries about is his research.
But that's...
It's all right. It's just how he is. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be growing anything in these ruins. It's a small price to pay. Although, you shouldn't have to pay it too. Did he even offer you anything for helping? Ugh. Here. I know it's not much, but it's something, at least. I wish I could offer you some fruit too, but you're not likely to thank me if I do. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick.
Ooh. Give me your firstborn apple. Just imagining a conversation of like Dracula being like, I need your firstborn. It's like, no, you won't have my sons. Like, no, just your fruit. Sorry. Is that not what y'all call it?
What do you want?
To say farewell. We're leaving.
Good decision. Better that than buried out there in the black. You've got a lot to thank that girl for, you know.
I know. And I will.
Now, what do you really want? We both know you don't come here for conversation.
Maybe I did just this once, just for you.
So tempting, but that's so expensive and I need to restock on potions right now.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that.
Don't quite have enough to get it still. Oh well.
Off you go, then. And best of luck.
I should probably say thank you to Gav, too.
Thank you, Gav.
Thank you, Gav.
So your mind's made up, is it?
We'll be leaving for Rosaria as soon as we're able.
Back down memory lane, eh? Rosaria ain't what she used to be, Clive. Not since the Imperials moved in. First sign of trouble, you make straight for Martha's Rest and ask for the landlady. She's a friend of the cause. Tell her you was Sid, and she'll help you out.
Understood. Thank you, Gav. I'd be lost without you.
Yeah, I'm just doing my job. No need to make such a fuss. You take care, alright? Oh, I'm crap at goodbyes. Where's Sid when you need him?
Give him my regards when he gets back.
I will.
Well, since we're apparently packing up and leaving, I'm beginning to lean into, yes, they are gonna get attacked.
Ready, my lady?
Ready. Rosaria. It's been 13 years.
But this breeze, the smell of the grass, it's just as I remember it.
You haven't been back either.
I couldn't. Rand did keep a close watch on each other in the Imperial Army. You'd get beheaded just for knowing a deserter. The only way out was on a mission.
I see.
But mostly I was afraid. Afraid to go back.
I know.
But I'm here now. Thanks to you. We should press on. That inn at the top of the hill must be Martha's Rest. Gav said the landlady's a friend.
But can we say the same for her patrons?
Imperials don't tend to take well to those with my mark. If anyone asks, I'm a branded soldier, sworn to protect my noble mistress.
And I haven't had crayfish in years.
So it seems like because I upgraded this one ability to master, I have like further range with it.
Ooh. I guess it does just tell you like the attack and stun values. It doesn't tell you anything else about what upgrading does.
Yeah. Very curious about fighting this thing because it seems like it like intentionally put over here because it's like this is a harder fight.
Forget to get its pelt. That's worth a lot for crafting. Oh wait, wrong game.
Yeah.
Their pelt and their milk sells for a whole lot in 14.
I don't think I even realized that that's in 14. No, I've seen the monster before in other Final Fantasy games. I just didn't
There's
recognize
several
it from
different
14.
kinds of them even.
Ooh, there's an area up here called Whispering Waters. Yeah, I can either tap it for a lunge or hold it for an extreme lunge.
That's awesome.
They never finished building the bridge then.
After what happened at Phoenix Gate, it didn't seem the highest priority.
Oi! Stop and give... Here! You couldn't give me an hand, could you? Typical. Bloody bearer. Just when I thought my luck had changed. Still, better a crumb of crystal than an empty hand, I suppose. Though it pains me to use another man's branded. Here, you understand me, don't you? I need your help. These blasted birds must have caught a whiff of my cargo, and now they've got me surrounded. And it was very late as it was. I've got something special needs delivering before the rest, but I dare not leave my cart untended. You couldn't run it up to Martha's Rest for me, could you? Needs to get there quick, mind.
Fine.
That's the spirit. All right.
What a response, Clive.
You hand that to the stable master and no one else. I'm owed a little something for it. If he gives it to you, pass it along to your master by way of thanks. Be off with you then, and don't go taking any detours on the way.
What a dick.
Here we are. Martha's Rest.
Sorry.
You the stable master?
Didn't mean to light you on fire.
Fine, that's fine. They probably deserved it a little bit.
This is for me, right enough. Not sure what some bearer's doing bringing it to me, though. Where's that fool of a peddler got to?
He couldn't come himself. His cart's surrounded by wild chocobos.
Yes, wild ones. That's why one of them had a bridle
All
on.
right. He'll have it full of Gizal greens, no doubt. Crammed with him, if I know him.
Gizal greens.
Chocobos go mad for them, don't they? And if you forget to seal the cart up tight, the smell gets out, and birds come running from miles around. Don't get me wrong. They're a fine investment for a savvy merchant, especially around these parts. But you can't get greedy, as our mutual friend is learning the hard way. Still, I got my wares, and that's all that matters. Be sure to pass your master my regards.
Joke's on you, I don't have one anymore. I go up to this one area. Up. It's over this way, and then I continue on.
Okay.
Look at all the shiny blue things.
I like shiny.
It's over.
Maybe it's over. Our game just started. We're not done yet.
Nope, it's over.
Oh, I can't believe you got a game over. I'm so sorry.
Cool level up.
Throw your weapons down if you want to live.
That's enough. Stay down.
I saw one other blue shiny I'm gonna grab real quick. As tempting as it is to explore the entire map before progressing onward, I don't think that would be very entertaining to watch.
What exploration?
Yeah.
It's over.
Is there an upgraded magic flash? Do I already have it? Yeah. Burning blade, which I don't use enough. Down thrust, which I don't really use either. Vision dodge. Get this, which I've been saving for. So I can grab it.
That's one of our branded. Can we take him in?
You barely have to step out your front door.
I wonder if Martha is as friendly as Gav claims.
Let's go and find out, shall we?
When he goes to Eastpool, leave him in the park.
Anything catch your eye? That all, is it?
Come and have a look, don't be shy!
Fresh cuts, get your fresh cuts here.
You ain't pulled that sword from its scabbard in days. Come on, come inside.
I'll be happy to show you how well I wield my blade after my shift's over.
If it weren't for that mark...
Sword fighting. Very clearly sword fighting and nothing else.
Okay.
Bridge will be fixed.
Clearly.
Fixed, all right?
I was supposed to be at Eastpool yesterday.
Does this man even know what he's doing?
Oh, secret goodies in the town? Really?
So much for
Okay.
all parts of the Empire being equal, if that's what the crystal gave us.
It was good, honest work building that aqueduct. Back when we had prom.
Proper leaders and proper trades. Not just selling out blades and our bodies.
Excuse me. Would you happen to be the landlady?
Depends who's asking, and why they have an Imperial bearer with them.
For protection, which hopefully won't be needed. If you can advise me on the safest route to the west.
It's your friend here I'd be worried about. Bearers don't have an easy time of it in Rosaria. Even a strapping lad like him might attract the wrong kind of attention. And if he gets nabbed, it ain't likely to end well for you either.
Then we'll just have to stay out of the malicious way. Gav said you might be able to help us.
Follow me. Sorry for before. Can't be too wary of strangers asking questions in our game. I'm Martha, an old friend of Sid's. He said he had high hopes for a bearer who joined recently. I expect that's you. So, where is it you're headed?
For Phoenix Gate.
Plus, we need to run ad if we haven't already missed the window. We have. Whoops.
Oops. Last couple streams I've done, I've just kind of forgot that ads exist.
Yeah. I was paying attention at the time, lost track of time. Probably picked the worst time to get started on cutscenes again, because it's probably right when the ad started.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because yours play automatically, don't they?
Yeah. I have a ability to snooze them, but yeah. And we're back from ads. Apologies. That time got away from me. Missed a little bit of a cutscene. She seems nervous about us because we were branded, but then we told her that Gav sent us, and suddenly she's much more comfortable with us. And that catches us up. Sorry again, I will pay more attention to the times so that I don't miss the ads again.
We have questions that need answering.
Is that so? Well, if you want to avoid the garrison, the road through Eastpool's your best bet. Or it would be, if the bridge hadn't collapsed. A right bloomin' nuisance it is. We've had no trade with the village for weeks. I did ask our carpenter to take a look at it, but he went out on another job, and he hasn't come back.
Do you think something might have happened to him?
Fingers crossed he's just taking his time. The alternative don't bear thinking about.
We'll find him. And make sure he's safe. We both need that bridge repaired. Your carpenter sounds like the man to do it.
I see why Sid's got such a soft spot for you. If you could, I'd be in your debt.
You said that he went out on a job?
Right. He went down into the marshes to check on another bridge. The one by the Fallen Gate.
The marshes were dangerous at the best of times. We should hurry.
There's a ladder to the side of the gate. That's the quickest way down, if you've a head for heights. His name is Bernard. Should you find him well, tell him Martha sent you, and that he's wanted at the bridge to Eastpool.
Do not have a head for heights, thank you very much.
And you played Final Fantasy III.
Yes.
Don't you think Jill's design looks a lot like Refia from the DS version of Final Fantasy III?
Yes.
I don't know why they just like flat out reused the design of a character.
I mean, there's a little difference, but it does. Now that you mention it, it does look very similar.
Very goes to Eastpool.
Here's the gate. And that must be the ladder.
I don't care what your orders are, Brandon.
Get away from me!
What was that?
It came from under the bridge. Come on.
Oh no, there's trolls.
There he is.
Hold on, we're coming!
Stay down!
After you saw the new flashy move, just to see what it looks like. I was worried it was going to take a long time to play out, but no, it was nice and short.
You saved my life.
Not at all. You're Bernard the carpenter, yes?
I am. I didn't realize my name was known so widely.
I'm a friend of Martha's. She asked us to come and find you.
Well, I'm very grateful for it. I just finished checking these piles when I turn around. I see a gang of slavering monsters looking to feast on my flesh. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd have been snipped into strips by now.
We're just glad you're safe.
I best go and give my regards to the landlady then, eh?
Actually, she asked that if we found you, we should beg you make haste to repair the bridge to Eastpool.
Of course. I said I'd take a look at it, but it clean slipped my mind. I'll head up there straight away.
Yes, go and finish the bridge yourself. I guess there's just a chunk missing. That's as bad as it looked.
The trusses are still sturdy. It's just a matter of replacing the stringers and relining the deck. I'll have it done in no time.
Thank you, Bernard. We were hoping to take the road to Eastpool ourselves. We're very grateful for your help. And sorry for asking this of you after what you've been through.
I owe you my life. Fixing a bridge is the least I can do. Thank you, my lady. And you too, son. You're with Sid, ain't ya? Me and him will go way back. Not as far as Martha, mind, but far enough.
I see.
Well, I best get cracking then. You go and let Martha know I'm all right, and she'll have her bridge back soon enough.
We will.
The bridge will be fixed when it's fixed, alright?
I was supposed to be in East Pool yesterday.
The leathers are due to go up again.
Do you like that? Well, there's plenty more where that came from.
Ah, you're back. What happened? Did you find Bernard?
We did. He's fine, and he'll have the bridge to Eastpool repaired soon.
Well, thank the founder for that.
It was lucky we found him when we did. The creatures out there are not to be trifled with.
It's the Blight's fault. They'd nothing to eat in the north, so they come down here hunting for food. He can't keep going out alone. I'll have to arrange a guard for him. But anyway, thank you. I don't have a lot to offer in return, but you're welcome to rest here until the repairs are finished.
We'd be delighted.
Can I get you a drink or anything while you wait? Flagon of Imperial Gold, perhaps? Tastes like swill, but it'll slake a thirst.
No, thank you. I prefer the truth. About why there are so few bearers around here.
Yes. There were more of them when we were young. Far more.
Is this the Empire's doing? Have they been sent away?
They have, aye. Either to the Legions or Oriflamme. Seems the miners at Drake's Head are having a hard time keeping up with demand of late, so the bearers make up the shortfall. Time was they used to dole out crystals like sugar plums even down here in the provinces, but not anymore. Nowadays, they'll jump at any excuse to confiscate our bearers so they can be put to work elsewhere. I always knew the Empire treated their branded like shit, but after seeing it with my own eyes, well...
Ah, Thea! Congratulations on the new arrival. And you got the little laddie with you?
It was a bearer. The boy I carried for 9 long moons. A bloody bearer.
Oh, you poor thing. You gave it to the constables then?
Just left it at the garrison, aye. Let them deal with it.
What?
Couldn't wait to be rid of the blasted thing. Been wanting it gone since the moment I found out.
Well, it's all dealt with now. So no harm done, eh?
Mum, you weren't my brother, was he?
No. But you'll have one soon enough. You just have to be patient. All right?
All right.
Cool. Cool and great.
Unbelievable, innit?
That was a fun conversation to hear.
Bearers may have been looked down on back in Archduke Elwin's day, but they were still human beings. Now, they've fallen so far.
This is the same plot as Final Fantasy 13.
Oh yeah, kinda is.
Since you're not drinking, do me a favor and take that to the Abbey. There's a darkness
Drugs.
at the heart of this world, and I'd have you see it.
And we'll see it at an abbey.
Glademond Abbey, on the shore of Sorrowwise Bay. The abbot there is a friend. Tell him Martha sent you, and he'll show you what I mean.
Understood.
Go somewhere else and use another name. Got it.
It was
was good, honest work.
Make sure you're aiming that at the fish there,
Where'd you
son.
get these turnips?
Keep them nice and fresh.
Over Amber way, are they?
Part of me is so tempted to go down to that pier.
When he goes to Eastpool, leave him in the pond.
It's labeled and named. What secrets do you have? Maybe we go there later, I don't know.
I don't care what your orders are, Brandon. You keep that sword in its sheath.
Make me. I'm going the wrong way. Go this way. Apparently that water is too deep. Just want to get the shiny and I don't want to go around.
Fresh cuts. Get your fresh cuts here.
It's an elevator. Okay. Did not understand what I was looking at here.
I knew that children were tested, but a bearer's fate was decided at birth.
And assumed it was best for all concerned. I know. But for a child to be blamed, to be hated by its parents through no fault of its own.
We knew nothing of what it meant to be born that way, did we?
No.
That's enough. Sick of trouble.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where do they all come from?
Where did mosquitoes come from? I don't know, my man. If you figure that out, please kill them all. Those are bees, not mosquitoes. Whatever. Same thing.
They're specifically killer bees so that we know that they're not like
Oh, they're
pollinating
wasps,
trees. Yeah.
That's enough.
Those terrible Asian hornets. A wild chocobo. Another wild chocobo. A green and blue chocobo.
It's my chocobo. There's blue.
Yeah, it does kind of match your color scheme.
It has a little bit of the orange, I guess. But yeah.
I see the cooldown on that one ability is pretty long.
did seem to do a lot.
Yeah, it also says it provides like a heal over time effect on me, so...
Oh, even better.
Yeah, it seems worth it. It's just... maybe something I should, like, have a different set for boss battles in particular.
Excellent.
Feels so, like, awkward to use. It's so, like, slow, and there's no, like, indicator that it's even charging up. Just all of a sudden my sword's on fire.
It's over. Stay down.
I like that things just zoop over to me when I'm done fighting, so I don't have to, like, round around the battlefield for the corpses. Way I'm supposed to go. Oh no, it's... accidental exploration.
Yay! Bighorn, get its meat, get its hide, get its milk. Hey, that's what happens when you beat it up, right? You get milk from things.
Lend me your strength.
Is there any limitation to how quickly you can switch?
Between the
elements?
No.
Yeah.
Like that fast. You can switch to fire while the wind attack was still going that time. Oops. Bad time to use that.
Okay, that looked really cool though. It was like Monster Hunter levels of like cool shit you just did.
Yeah.
Just hop on this thing's back and then knock it down.
Wasn't actually like on its back, but yeah, it's still nice that you
It
can...
looked like you were though.
Yeah, you can do things that look that stylish is always nice. make things feel much cooler when you're doing them. So it is back this way. I just completely went the wrong way. Got distracted by the chocobos.
It's over.
But there's more.
There's the Abbey. What darkness awaits us within, I wonder.
Let's go and see.
That's when they find Kingdom Hearts. Turns out Riku's in there. I think that's how the plot of this goes, right?
Yeah.
And then Mickey shows up shirtless again.
Secretly, it was Kingdom Hearts 4 all along. Stealth release.
I still want to do something like that one day. Is just like release a game. Inside that game, there's like one spot you can go to and do one specific thing to get a completely different game. Like Frog Fractions 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Been done at least once before, but yeah, fun idea. You could also secretly hide a fourth game in a pre-release of your first game.
For public prayer. May Griga go with you.
We came to offer a donation. From Martha.
I see. Then please, follow me.
I don't want to die. Please, Father. Something for the pain. I beg you. The light. It fades. I don't want to die alone.
It's all right. I'm here.
Who are these people?
Martha's bearers. She entrusted them to my care, that I might ease their suffering. To the extent that I can, for the time they have left.
The curse has taken them. All of them.
As it does every bearer forced to use their gift. With each draw on the ether, their bodies petrify, till all that remains is stone and pain, and so they are cast aside. There is nothing either Martha or I can do to change that.
but we can at least strive to make their final hours a little more bearable.
Basically, Final
Have
Fantasy
faith, my
13.
son, for you shall rise again and find the happiness denied you in this life. Thank you, Father. I must offer you my own thanks for the medicine you so kindly brought. Now their final moments may be moments of peace. When next you see Martha, pray tell her that 2 more have succumbed.
Building and raising the stakes.
Yes, we should.
Further seeing how much the ruling class wants to use individuals as weapons until they are no longer useful. Metaphors.
Fresh cuts, fresh cuts. Get your fresh
Where'd you get these turnips? From over out. Make sure you're aiming that at the fish there, son. Keep them nice and fresh.
Ah, you're back. Thanks for taking care of that.
The abbot had a message for you. 2 more have succumbed.
I see. Come upstairs. So, now you know, eh?
I've seen plenty of bearers die on the battlefield. But never like that.
And all because they were born different. The powers that be can't take away their gift, so they strip them of their humanity instead. Oh, there's plenty who pity a bearer's plight. But so long as we're content to sit around, weeping for those on whose broken backs we're carried, we ain't gonna change nothing.
And so you lend Sid your strength?
What little of it I have. Used profits from this place to buy the poor buggers.
So when the abbot told us the bearers were yours...
Aye, they're my property, at least by law. Any still fit to work fetch a price beyond my means. All I can do is care for those who are past mending. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bernard's finished fixing that bridge for you. You can carry on to Eastpool now. You got questions that need answering, ain't you? Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you, Martha.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sid and I have other friends in Rosaria. Wear this and they'll know you for one of us. and know that you will always be welcome here. You were right, Sid. It really is them. Lord Rosfield and Lady Warwick have come back to us. And long may they stay.
Dun dun dun. Know of us from the past. Seems to suggest that we may be being manipulated potentially, but I mean, these people clearly seem like the good folks, so.
Yeah.
Sid.
Ah, Clive. You're not where I left you.
Hurt your hand.
I did, aye. With 1,000 little lightning bolts. Can't fling them around the way I used to.
Alright, we're getting Sid's power next.
Think of it as my decoration for long service and exemplary misconduct.
I love the idea of instead of carry around a lighter, you just carry around a fire crystal. That's awesome.
But you didn't come here to compare war wounds.
We didn't.
Thank you, Sid. For everything.
If you want to leave, that's your lookout. I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together if you stay out of my way.
Sid!
Oh. I knew a girl, back in the day. She was a slave to her fate, just like you. I wanted to save her. For a while, I even thought I could. But just because you think something doesn't make it true.
Sid.
I'm no savior. Just a conceited old fool. I talk about people forging their own futures. But instead of handing them the hammer, I beat them with my own. And if no bugger wants to listen to what you've got to say, you might as well keep your gob shut. But Clive, I will say this. You're not a monster. You're the same man you've always been. Accept that, and you may yet escape your fate.
My fate?
Look, lad, you've had a hard life. And I don't see it getting much easier. You might not be able to save anyone else, but at the very least, you can save yourself.
I'll try.
And Jill, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk, but I trust you'll take good care of the boy.
Yes, I will.
Is that the last of it?
Aye.
We best head back then. Wouldn't want to keep Nan waiting.
It's trying to tell you to give up the revenge quest, Clive.
Change your name. Become Chive. Open a restaurant.
I think he realizes that, like, just telling him flat out like that is probably not going to work. Plus, there's, like, the mystery going on currently of why that person has, like, found us and wants us.
Martha said the blight had spread even further south, pushing yet more monsters down with it. I dare say we'll be seeing a few along the way.
Then we shall have to keep our wits about us.
Wake winds!
Oh. But actually, like, he's not good to hit this shit. Oh, goodness.
That looked like it hurt.
Yes. It actually is not good to hit the shell. Like, it actually makes the attacks bounce off.
Interesting. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing for a reason.
Just not the little detail that I would expect, really.
Not this time.
Nice dodge.
Timed that wrong. Ow.
And that one, it looks like.
Yeah.
No
Outside
turtle
of
soup. 0 out of 10.
outside of missing a few dodges in there.
Nice beats you got there.
That's it.
At least we won.
Right, quest over. repetitiveness is quite fun. It makes it nice to just kind of wander from place to place, and who cares if you get in a bunch of fights, because...
Like, it just... This feels to me like how I feel playing Yakuza games, where it's like, yeah, for some people it's probably annoying you're getting picked on, you're having to pick a fight with thugs every 5 feet, but like, it just looks satisfying as fuck to do.
Yes.
You there, over here. Excuse me, I'll use that blade of yours. Curse my luck, I'm branded. No time to haggle with whoever holds your leash. Wait, that's the slumbering chocobo you're wearing. You and the Marthas, are you? Good. She won't begrudge me the use of you then. Not while there's wolves about. We tried dealing with them ourselves. Laid out bait, think we might swoop in and slaughter the lot. But we didn't expect the pack to be quite so bloody big.
I expect the blight drove them here. They must have fled their homes for greener pastures.
We'd hoped empty bellies might make them easy prey. We'd made them mean instead. Martha's no fool, so she must see something in you. Do us a favor and get rid of them, will you?
All right. I suppose those wolves pose a threat to everyone.
Aye, that's what I'm talking about. I'd wager the greedy bastards are still over yonder, finishing off our bait. When you've seen to every last one of them, go and speak to my friend over the bridge. Bryce, his name is. He'll want to know if it's safe to come across. All right, off you go then.
Kill more stuff? Yeah, you bet I'm on it.
Look hungry, all right. Hungry and mean.
Barely finished talking before you already got one down. The other thing it feels like, at least watching, I don't know how true this is like with you playing, it feels like a lot of stuff can lead into a lot of stuff, so like you have options a lot with what your next attack is.
It's kind of a pretty standard combo, it's just that like I'm able to start however I want, and like there's a few things that I like, gap closers and stuff that I can just kind of do on command.
Gotcha.
Wonder how long that bait will last.
You, Bryce?
What's it to you, bearer?
Your friend asked me to get rid of the wolves, so I got rid of the wolves.
You'd have me believe a single bearer slew the entire pack. Then again, if you didn't, you wouldn't be on this side of the bridge. Bugger me, you're a tough one, aren't you?
I don't know, it was really easy.
Oh, Frederick! You wily bastard. I never thought to pit beast against beast like that. You served us well, bearer. Be sure to pass our thanks to your master.
Look, the windmills. That must be Eastpool.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was an enemy.
Yep.
It's over.
Yeah, it's like a basic 4-hit combo, but then like in the middle of the combo I can do the magic burst. So might be why it looks like it's flowing a little better, I don't know. Or like drop the combo to do a lunge or the like fire dodge thing. There's a few options.
isn't it?
Yes.
You're Clive Rossfield. It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Lady Hannah.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all. The Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
It's good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
And you have been wandering the world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes, but oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
It wasn't easy, but we survived, and...
And now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah. Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool? Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay. Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
Yes. Of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please. There is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
I'm sorry.
Clive.
More survivor's guilt for our hero.
My poor child.
Yeah.
You look pale. All this traveling must have taken its toll.
So he feels responsible, so it's even worse.
We can talk later.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to sleep inside?
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning. She really has been very kind.
Years of killing. 13 years, without the faintest glimmer of hope. It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dalmekia,
Gonna unfortunately interrupt the cutscene here so that we can run an ad real quick.
I was actually about to ask.
Let's go ahead and take a breather anyways because of that kind of emotional cutscene there. We will be back on the other side of the ad, so stay tuned. And we're back.
I caught all the Twitch unsafe things.
I go ahead and get us back into this cutscene that I unfortunately had to pause in the middle of.
I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony? When we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered. You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us. We should get some rest.
Right.
Good night, Clive. Sleep well.
You just have to find a new reason to live, that's all. Easy. Just figure out a new purpose.
Thank you, Lady Hannah. Perhaps now people will not flee at the sight of me.
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
Costume
How did you
change?
come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Costume change.
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well. Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah.
No, you got new weapons and stuff too.
If we follow the road to the north, it should take us all the way to Phoenix Gate.
Automatically equip this with the new stuff. Fine, because it's better anyways.
It just gave you good shit, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Let's go.
I am eager to check out some alternate appearances because I think the DLC had those, and we have the DLC. We can check those out.
Well met, friend. Here you are. Here you go. Safe travels.
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers. Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still consider the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
As fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer. He's not here.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
Right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travelers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are, in a way.
Well, then it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street.
And never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'll often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Viceroy stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
Hey, hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old bird under his wing, so to speak. He'll be in the stables. You should go and have a word with them.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
I'm sorry, Jill, for making you do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but...
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
That's the fella. How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself. So that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here. We'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
Let's just concentrate on finding him.
Drink up now. Fine.
Still no sign. Could he have strayed even further? someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry. Company.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Agreed.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition, one which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course, but it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better. The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stayed behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah. After all she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, it was only 2 dimensions instead of 3.
God, I'm gonna start. If I get old and I just have kids wandering around me for some reason, I'm gonna start telling them that.
Everything was made out of pixels, but that's the way we liked it.
The Deadlands are aptly named.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil. And when the last drop is drained, their fields will turn to this. No plants, no animals, no life.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
What's this? Another relic of the Fallen.
Well, that's intriguing and mysterious, but I can't do anything with it right now, so...
That's a door. It looks like I could open it. Okay, bye.
We won't be able to use any magic here.
Another thing to worry about. As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
Take away the lad's life force, and problems are all that's left.
Huh.
So, if we did run into combat, we'd have to play it differently. Interesting.
Before the blight took it.
I remember. It was beautiful. There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
Into Godzilla and killed my brother. There's a side quest here. First, oh, I see what's going on here, and check out the costumes that we've unlocked. If any.
Isn't the Moogle funny?
Well, the dog has appearances.
Yeah.
Not very many.
No. This one's kind of cool, but it's a little bit more plain, so I think I'm gonna stick with
It
the
looks
normal
like
one.
broken.
Yeah. Chill doesn't have any. Torgal doesn't have any.
Aw, boo.
No, we can also just, like, pick a sword skin if we wanted.
Oh, that's cool. Of course, the Buster Swords. Oh, well, that's right, you got...
Yeah, it's the...
The Cortana, that's from 14, isn't it?
Yes. The Paladin Relic Sword from A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, wait a minute, I have that sword!
This one's from Final Fantasy III. And this one's from Tactics.
Not 2?
Nope. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Brave Blade.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought that looked like the one from 2. And
Final
like
Fantasy...
the key art.
Final Fantasy 12 is the Zodiac Brave story. So. Maybe there was also a Brave Blade in 2, I don't know. It's been a while since I've played 2.
I just thought it looked like what I remember being on the cover of 2. I've never played 2, actually.
Yeah. But it's neat that you can set the appearance of a specific sword if you wanted, but I like the changing appearance, so...
Like You could just see what I mean. Like it's the right color in a similar shape. I guess it's probably not completely right if I were to look at them both right now. I dumped it in the text chat.
Yeah. Let's see if I can just like drag and drop that onto the stream, right?
You should be able to.
Scene. Having too many issues with this right now.
Don't worry about it then.
Yeah.
People can Google Final Fantasy 2.
Yeah. It does look a lot like the sword that Furion is holding on to in the reference, though. Very much understand what you're saying.
Because yeah, like that's my only like thought when someone says Final Fantasy 2. Like that picture is what pops in my head because I just never really played it much or at all.
It has some very neat things about it. One of the things that I like the most about it is there's 2 quests here. One of the things I like the most about it is that it has like this system where you are like paying attention to the conversations because you can grab words out of the conversation and then use those words in other places.
I have to find him before the
Oh, neat.
It's kind of got like a little bit of a dialogue sort of system, which is kind of rare for Final Fantasy.
Can't talk now, Oh, you're Clive, aren't you? Martha told me all about you. Word is you're a devil with that blade.
You look like you're in a hurry. Where are you going?
Not far, I hope. But I dare not waste a moment. It might cost a man his life.
Sounds serious. What happened?
It's not so much what happened as what might. They've discovered he's a bearer, see? And now, one of his erstwhile friends and neighbors wants to see him clapped in chains.
Where is this bearer?
He wasn't fool enough to wait for the Imperials to arrive. Poor sod took to the road, left his whole life behind. But they'll be after him before long. I need to find him and get him to safety, fast. Here, if you've the time and the inclination, I could do with a hand. Will you help me find him?
Of course. We bearers have to look out for each other.
Thank you, Clive. With your help, we might catch up with him yet. His name's Norris. We need to find him and get him to Martha before the Imperials sniff him out.
You found him yet? You won't catch a bastard standing around clucking like old hens. That fucking snake played me false, acted like he was one of us, and the whole time he was one of them. We need him caught and handed over to the Imperials. Hanging's too good for him. Well, go on then. If he gets away, I'll see you fitted for a noose.
All right, Ronald. We were just leaving. Look, this one's here to help. I was just filling him in.
Ha! Send a bearer to catch a bearer, is it? Not bloody likely. That's it. I'll find the bastard myself.
Come on now, Ron. It's dangerous out there. We wouldn't want you to come to any harm.
Ronald.
You want something done right, you don't send a bearer.
Clive, this might take a while. You start hunting our man, and I'll be along once I put Ronald's mind at ease. Someone said they saw Norris heading for the Fallen Gate. Maybe you could ask if anyone over that way knows anything. We have to find him. Don't let him slip through our grasp.
You know, I don't have much complaint about the side quests so far.
Takes matters into his own hands. Bearers are hardly difficult to spot.
I want to grab this other.
Played false, I wonder.
That I am rapidly getting annoyed with people the way people are talking and treating bearers. I get it. I understand it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to like it. I think you're supposed to be like mad by it.
Yeah.
They're basically slaves.
Yeah.
Like he was an alright Ollery.
Which feels
And yet
backwards
that
because
lantern
it's
with
like
him for some reason. Never known him to stay out
I
after
don't know.
dark.
They have magic powers and stuff. They shouldn't be
Thank you.
lesser, but
if I could throw fireballs at people, I guarantee you that I would be causing many problems for literally everyone.
That's one of our branded. Do we take him in?
He can't have got far. I better keep my eyes peeled.
which like that can also raise its own concern, because then you can have people that are like the magic people being like, oh no, I'm gonna like take over and we're the superior ones, and then you got problems that way too.
The one Norris was carrying, no doubt.
Which I kind of hope that's not where they're going, but we'll see. That could messy their metaphor somewhat if that's what they're intending to do.
Norris, I presume. Leave me be. You were never branded. So that's how you stayed hidden.
Ronald sent you after me, did he? Set an Imperial dog on his best friend. And when we were so close. I'll never forget the hatred in his eyes. But it doesn't matter now. I will not become a slave.
Look, they're just being more overt with it now.
Please. Don't do this. You know how they treat our kind.
Ronald didn't
This
send
is
me.
what kills me.
One of Martha's
And
men did. He wanted to make sure you were safe.
I don't understand.
Martha takes in bearers. She's a friend. You can trust her. Believe me.
I never knew. I can't say I'm surprised, though. She has a kind heart. Kinder than most.
Just wait here and stay out of sight. You'll be among friends soon enough.
Thank you. There's few would have been so kind. And sorry. You're no Imperial dog. Far from it.
I've been called worse. Oh, I found a lantern back there. I assume it's yours.
Thanks. I dropped it when those creatures attacked me. But if I'm honest, I wasn't all that sorry to be rid of it. Ron gave it to me.
All right. I'll keep hold of it. I might be able to use it to put an end to the Imperial search before it begins.
like what kills me about this is like
Free for so many years. Only to be betrayed by a friend.
is people turning on other people because suddenly they learned about how they're branded.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only real world equivalent I can think of is with like politics.
Yeah.
You hear about people who, you know, come out as right wing being, or people who are right wing abandoning their friends who aren't, because like it's a ideological difference that cannot be bridged. But like they're still the same person when it comes to the branding thing. It's not like they suddenly became something else, and that's what's like wild to me here.
Yeah. But I mean, fantasy, you gotta amplify things. Or rather, you can amplify things because you're using metaphor instead.
Leaving this to a bearer, I'll go myself.
There you are, Clive. How goes the search?
Well branded. Have you found the bastard yet?
Only what was left of him. A corpse, torn apart by monsters. And this.
Well, this is scummy.
Let me see that. No. It can't be.
Don't get me wrong. Ronald's an asshole, but we don't need to gaslight the man.
No. I mean, I've no use for bearer bones.
He's dead. Let that be an end to it. Only wish those whose job it was had done what they were supposed to do and spotted him sooner. Letting a bearer go about without a brand? It's not right, I tell you. Who'll want anything to do with me now, eh? There goes the bearer lover, they'll say. I'll be a laughing stock.
Is it true, Clive? Is Norris really...
He's alive. You'll find him in a hut in the marshes. He's expecting you.
Oh, you crafty. Still, you did the right thing. Thank you. It's not much considering, but please,
Like,
take this.
I would have done the exact same thing in Clive's situation. Like, it's just... I don't know. That's so shit, you know?
Yeah. I feel like there should be a better solution than to, like...
Lie.
Yeah. Be like, hey, you're being an asshole. Your friend's dead. Haha, live with your guilt now.
You're that bearer who works for Martha, aren't you? Can you give me a hand? Curse my luck. I dropped my crystal off a cliff into the bloody swamp like an utter fool. Now, I've not got your knack,
What?
see, and I need that shard to chill my fish if I'm to take him to market. It's just a short climb down. I'll make it worth your while.
I can't promise anything.
Well, just promise you'll look. Ah, there may be one thing I failed to mention about the crystal. A creature might have already claimed it.
Claimed
Of course.
All right, eaten it, but only might have, you understand. There were a lot of bog crabs down there. Nasty buggers, them.
Sounds like I need to break a few shells.
Oh, don't worry, there weren't too many of them. A veritable walk in the marsh, as they say, the ladders, right over there.
Oh, if it's easy, we'll just leave it to you then, sir.
Well, people were shocked that we killed 4 wolves earlier, so... Presumably these
Fine.
monsters are a lot stronger than they are for us.
No, they're just crabs. How big could they be? There's no such thing as giant enemy crabs. Ah, shit. I was wrong. Hit them in the weak point for massive damage. Go.
There.
Interesting.
I
Did
did
it.
it. Stuck them in the weak point.
It's so funny, I barely remember what Giant Enemy Crabs was from anymore. I don't remember the game for sure. I remember the conference, but like... That's like something that I'll be able to repeat, like, when I'm 100 years old. Be like, so what did you do in your youth, Grandpa? Giant Enemy Crabs! Grandpa, what does that mean? Ah! On the weak point!
I would have to look it up. I know, like, part of the title, but I don't know the full title because it's got, like, a subtitle to it.
No point spending any more time down here
It's
than
like
I have to.
Genji Mark of the Blade or something like that. Early PS3 game.
And it had Giant Enemy Crab.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite press conference to make fun of because that's also the one where they announced the PS3's price.
Developers.
Well, any luck?
Wait, that was Microsoft.
Yours, I presume.
That wasn't a
It was around
video
the same
game press
time.
conference. No, I think that one's a lot older. That's like the launch of Windows 95 or something. It's really old.
Any longer out in the sun and my catch would have made for poor eating indeed.
Be more careful next time.
Oh, I will, I promise. No point casting my nets of a morning if I'm without a crystal to see the catch to town. There was a time honest tax-paying folk could get new ones whenever they wanted. Can't now, though, not for love nor money. Crystals are scarce, and the Empire tightens its purse strings more every day. Lose this little beauty again, and I might as well scrap my nets and take to begging.
That's all our side quests for now. Onward.
It's almost as if time had stood still.
I suppose no one had any cause to return here. No. It's just as I left it. Let's have a look around. Could I have done this?
Could anyone?
What is it, Torgal? Clive.
He's here.
That's him. He's the only one who can tell me what happened. I have to know. Where is he?
Nowhere to be seen.
Damn it! He's like a bloody eel.
What is this place, anyway? Some sort of shrine?
Oh, sorry. You've never been here before. This is the Hall of the Gate.
The gate?
It's a relic of the Fallen. Only the Phoenix's dominant can open it.
Hence the castle's name. This was where Joshua was supposed to...
Yes. He would have stepped through this door the next morning and listened to the words of our ancestors.
Would you have gone with him?
No. The apodatory is holy ground. None but the dominant may enter. I and the other shields would have stood guard here and prayed for my brother's safe return. Where the hell did he go?
And does puzzles where you push pedestals around and put balls in them.
He couldn't have. He'd need the power of the Phoenix.
think you would have heard and felt that door opening had he opened it.
Thank you, Joshua.
Are you sure about this?
Nevermore.
I want to go back and open the other door now that we know we can.
Another gate. Let's see if this one opens. Could this place really be a fallen ruin?
You could hardly call it a ruin. It's perfect. Like it was built yesterday.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Very cool set design here.
Yeah.
Jill?
What do we do?
The usual.
Punch. Oh, your computer does not like this area, huh?
I mean, it's running alright on my end.
Okay.
Maybe the Discord just doesn't like it because it's got a lot
Oh
of
yeah, because
movement.
there's a lot of pixel changes. I wonder how it looks on stream.
Probably not great.
It looks okay on stream.
I like how Defense Node's kind of a really old Final Fantasy enemy, but they still made it like work for this game and not seem too ridiculous and out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
This time. It's over. Stay down. How can these things still function?
How can any of this? This must be what the fallen ruins were like before they fell.
Mistakes.
I'm glad the ancients left you a few coins.
They still use the same currency as us, it's fine.
Looks like you can take a beating.
Then let's give it one.
Well, that was cool. That was a Final Fantasy 14 ass attack if I ever saw one.
Ooh, okay.
To me! Give me fire!
Does any of this make sense?
One
to
thing
you?
I've noticed.
None. Let's find the hooded man and leave.
One thing I've noticed is that every time he's used the power of wind, he's called Garuda specifically. He has never once called Ifrit or Phoenix when using the fire.
Yeah. I mean, Ifrit hasn't technically been named at all.
That's fair.
It is supposed to be the power of the Phoenix that he has, so it should be saying
Yeah.
Phoenix. Should have paused a little bit sooner. We're going to go ahead and take another commercial break here. And see you on the other side of it. Back.
Hooray.
Let's get back to it then. Ooh, bumps.
Whatever they are, I don't think they're friendly.
No.
Oh gosh. I thought it was something I could interrupt, but now I see they just get low enough on health and you just need to get away.
They just explode, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. That's what they do.
Yep. Oh, that one just died. Guess if you get him fast enough. I do not think they're
freezing them
friendly.
might have helped too.
Maybe.
Would Joshua have had to run this gauntlet too?
No. At least not that I ever heard about. I imagine the Phoenix would receive a warmer welcome.
Here we go again. Where will we end up this time?
Surrounded by contraptions hell-bent on murdering us, I expect. Could the hooded man really have taken this path?
We won't know until we followed it all the way to the end.
No, clearly he was hiding and waiting for us to open this all up so that he could come through.
Yeah, he's either following behind or he just wanted us to go through this ourselves. I'm leaning more towards he just led us here.
One of the two, yeah.
The theory that I have right now, if you don't mind me sharing it,
No,
at least.
of course.
I think that our character's power has never been a dominant. But I feel that the reason the Phoenix didn't choose him was because he already had like you know how in 14 the Warrior of Light can resist the thrall because he's already technically enthralled?
Yeah.
Like I think his power is just stealing other, like his dominant is stealing other dominant. I think the hooded dude somehow knew this and forced Ifrit into him.
Maybe.
A little help.
That's an interesting way to think of it, yeah.
What were your thoughts on it?
I don't, have strong, theory for it right now. I'm more focused on, what things mean as far as, storytelling goes. Critical theory stuff.
Fair. This is a real small thing, but I appreciate the fact that your character went to say something and they actually interrupted his line because he took damage. Because you went to go give your dog a command and he went sit
Yeah.
That move's nasty.
A little help. There's a good boy. intruder, lend me your strength!
Nice.
Ooh. A little bit rough, but we got through.
It's over.
Look out! There's more of them.
They'll fall like the rest. It's over.
Ow. Get away, get away. Ugh. Eh.
Like another day.
I appreciate that while your companions seem to have like a health of their own that's hidden from you, they also seem to be able to take care of themselves and heal themselves.
Gouges, yeah. This one. Increasing the damage of that seems like it'll be nice. Not like necessary, but handy, I guess.
Bigger number, good.
Wanna... No, let's go ahead and master it. Oh, there's more. Ooh. Got an upgraded version of it, but we can still go one higher. Interesting.
I don't like this.
It's an Iron Giant.
I love that movie.
Seems the feeling's mutual.
Not this time.
Did not expect that to be an attack. Noted.
I feel like I fought this exact enemy before.
I mean, it's been in other Final Fantasy games, yeah.
Just cool to see.
Yeah. I feel like they're, like, slowly leaning more into the Amano designs, too. Like, this very much looks like Amano art. I hit the button.
My wounds, boy. I'm glad you're here.
I don't know 100% about what like buttons and abilities you have. Last time you played, you had a thing where when they reached the halfway point, you could use Garuda to pull them down. Can you not do that anymore?
No, I can still do that.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if there was a reason you weren't or if you couldn't or what.
I just didn't seem like it was super useful, but maybe I'm wrong on that.
I mean, it kept them staggered for a bit so you could do more damage for a bit.
Yeah. I will try it when I get to the halfway. What?
What? Oh. It's a DPS check.
I don't know how much time I have. I'm scared.
Yeah. You got it with 4 seconds left.
Did it say somewhere?
It said like in the middle of a screen in a spot that was very, very hard to read. At one point when you were getting close, it said discharge in 5, 4, and then you killed it. Or you stopped it.
That's good.
It was really, really hard to see. So I'm not surprised, especially since you're having to watch a lot more than I am, that you weren't able to see it.
There's the pull down thing.
Yeah. You do more damage to the stagger bar too when it's like that, right?
When you stagger them, they get a moment of like weakness in general where like everything does more damage to them, even at the halfway point.
They're probably asking themselves the same thing. We're the ones trespassing here. They're just protecting their home.
You good?
I think the stream went down.
Oh.
Or network connection detected. Are we back? Like we're back?
Oh, I see. Yeah, you looks like you dropped stream for a moment.
Cool.
Jill, look.
Look at these photographs.
Is that some kind of mural?
It's worth a closer look, whatever it is.
Got curious.
See if this character does it too.
Does not look like it though. That's a shame.
No.
Always want to put in those little extra touches. Just helps so much.
It's one of those things where it's like, for me personally, as like a programmer, those are the kinds of things I love putting in.
Yeah.
Making small edits, small little tidbits, tiny little features like that, that's what gives me life. It sucks because that's the part I have to do all the other hard part shit first.
Yeah. I feel like that's also the thing that tends to get cut first if you're trying to make sure the game reaches its like deadline on time. So it's like, nah, we're not going to put that in. That's kind of pointless and unnecessary.
Yeah.
anything that like 1% of players is gonna see, you tend to want to cut.
Oh, a Reaper.
Alright then.
It's a Seath from Final Fantasy 13. We really are just doing Final Fantasy 13. It's a lick. Okay. Excuse you. Thank goodness. Oh, I almost got him staggered completely before he got another attack off. That would have been cool.
That would have been awesome, yeah.
Not this time.
Nice.
What the hell was that thing? It wasn't like the others.
It would seem this place holds even more secrets than we thought.
This. Which way are we supposed to go? There's two different ways. Maybe it's like we go each of these sides and it's gonna extend a bridge across the middle.
Maybe.
Look out!
Sorry, what is that? Oh, Spectre. I thought that said Senator, and I'm like, oh no.
What have we here?
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
It's over.
Oh, fireball at it. That'll light it up.
What to say?
Lights.
It's like a touch it, set on fire, it's close enough.
I was checking real quick to make sure that like the ads didn't start playing again.
Okay.
The stream dropped briefly, or looked like it did on my end at least.
So the ad timer is separate from if you are online or not.
Ah.
Apparently not.
How it works is when you play an ad, you have ad-free viewing for X number of time, depending on the length of the ad.
Good to know.
Whether you are online or offline, it does not matter. Thank fuck, because sometimes streams drop.
It all seems to lead to this room.
And look what's in it. How old do you suppose this is? 1,000 years? More?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before. Who is that in the middle, do you think? Some sort of god?
Looks like Ifrit to me.
You're him. The second dominant of fire. Who are you?
Okay. Not what he looked like when he took his head down before.
How many hooded weirdos are there?
What?
I've been here.
Oh, this is the what's it?
Ifrit's Arena in Final Fantasy 13 or 14.
Yeah. The Bowl of Embers.
Yeah. So we've got time travel going on now, which makes me think that that other individual is Joshua, the hooded figure.
Yeah.
He was reborn and then traveled back in time to ensure that he was killed, which I don't know why, unless he gets more powerful that way or something.
In Phoenix rebirth.
Yeah.
I did this. I killed him.
Meanwhile, Clive's just being re-traumatized.
Joshua chose me to be his shield. He gave me his blessing and asked me to keep him safe. I should have protected him that day. It was my duty.
Clive.
Joshua. I'm sorry. I failed you. Joshua died. I killed him. And I blamed another for what I did. To spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left of me. So I ran.
that's a mood, though.
Yeah.
Are you ready to accept the truth?
I am. I know it won't be easy, but it's what I must do. So that Joshua's soul can finally rest in peace. No matter how bitter the truth that awaits me, I will press on.
Come, Ifrit. Show me who you truly are.
That's the first time we've heard their name, right?
Yes, as far as I recall.
Oh, shit. We just get to fight it.
Full of embers, solo savage.
Garuda, lend me your strength.
Back out fast enough. Get down here.
Okay, that animation is kind of cool, though. And roping Ifrit down is very funny.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now we have faced our demons and feel better about ourselves. Maybe.
Still you deny it. Even when the truth's staring right at you. Come on, Clive. Face your fears.
Mirror match.
Can't believe you have to fight Katie now.
Why do I have so many hit points? Guess they really want to build up the dramatic tension of this fight.
Yeah.
I think we also have to have the cutscene attacks, which do damage too, so... Dark Knight Clive.
You'd have me learn by example.
Oh.
Better already.
He's pulling me in, so I'm having to, like, run away from him constantly.
Okay, I was wondering why you kept getting real close to that center point.
Come on.
Oh, I thought you died. I was like,
Not this time.
I thought that too for a second, but then I was like, oh wait, I staggered him or something. Or like
it's
clashed,
like
I
you
guess.
hit him. You did like. You did like the punch out thing where like you hit them like just the right time in their attack animation where it knocked them out instead.
Yeah. It's like when I was doing earlier in like part 1 where like when things were charging in at me, if I charged in at the same time, it like clashed them and
Yeah.
Too slow.
No escape, eh? It's all right. I'm done running from you. Together, then. It's time to find out who we are, once and for all.
hey, we got limit break.
Accept the truth. Press these buttons. Oh hell yeah, this music.
Show yourself, Ifrit.
Oh no.
I find it very funny that you can still use Garuda's stuff while in this form.
Just like ABBA with Jealous Rage on. That's what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure commercials didn't start. Okay, we're good.
There.
I know the truth of it now. You are not afraid. I am.
Oh yeah, time to punch. KO. That was cool. I'm only slightly biased because punching happened.
Now we can go make a fire sword. We're a chosen one. That's why we can steal powers from everyone.
Clive, are you all right?
You're just standing there for like 20 minutes. Are you okay?
It's nothing. I'll be fine. No more chasing shadows. The hooded man isn't here. We should go.
Clive, are you sure you're all right? Whatever it is, you can tell me.
I had a hard enough time telling myself. I awakened as a dominant of fire, right here in this castle, and I've been running from it ever since. But now I know for certain who I really am. The second icon of fire, who killed my brother and burned this castle to the ground, was me. Ifrit.
Clive.
I took so many lives that night, and destroyed so many more, including yours. And I must atone for the crimes I've committed. But not before I learn the whole truth. How can a second icon of fire even exist? And why was I chosen as its dominant? Who is the hooded man who brought us here? And what does he want? I need to know. And since I'm still breathing, I might as well make myself useful.
We'll find your answers together. I want to learn the truth too. There'll be time enough for atonement when we're done.
I was hoping you'd say that. I don't think I could do this without you. You never were one to hide from the truth, even when we were young. And you haven't changed a bit.
You're wrong. I have changed. But I don't want to be that person anymore. The things she did were unforgivable. And yet, they're what brought us back together.
Jill. If he is here, then the disturbance I felt at the care must have been confounded. The hour is later than I thought.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards that's Joshua, and he's got like time travel powers of some sort.
That makes sense. Also, do you think they originally called him Jack and they thought that was too on the nose?
Heck.
Yeah, Jack and Jill running around together.
I mean, they did just use Jack for Stranger of Paradise, so probably not.
This is the Dominant Titan, right?
Yes.
Who did this? Or I'll see you suffer the same fate.
Alright, we killed Garuda and they just found her head.
Who delivered the coffin said... He said Sid paid him.
I let you run amok with the rest of your rats, and this is how you repay me? Find out where he is. I'll crush him, flay him, rip out his heart, him and all his filthy brood, and send every last one of them to hell. Out. Now!
Yes, my lord.
What the fuck did you do?
Or was it somebody claiming Sid sent it? They want to get Sid's little base of operations destroyed.
Fair.
Benedicta.
Oh, right. He was flirting with Garuda, wasn't he?
Yeah. They were very much acquainted, and Garuda seemed to have, like, ties to others as well.
So, what next?
We return to...
Ah.
Ooh.
Break will twice. Ooh.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Ignition.
Extra damage, extra hits.
Ooh. Gotta grab this one. Absolutely.
That's the one that boss used over and fucking over again. Yeah, that one looked really good.
Yeah. It also does good damage, it looks like. Probably even better than, no, it's about the same as this one. Upgrade it too, because I have a feeling I'm gonna really like this.
He's Poole. I promised the mayor I'd talk to him again. About Lady Hannah, amongst other things. Though she may be loath to leave, I can't help thinking she'd be safer with Sid too.
All right. We should arrange an introduction then.
Yeah, and that's where we're gonna stop for now.
Okie dokie.
Save our progress, and probably just gonna cut stream. So thank y'all for tuning in. See you not next week, because next week I am not going to be in town, so I will not be able to stream. So week after next we will resume. Till then, well, I guess I can say the exact date to make sure. The 19th, Saturday, or not Saturday, Friday 18th. Yes. Friday, October 18th is when we will resume this. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you then.
Yeah, thank you, Gav, again. Just because.
Thank you, Gav.
I'm just gonna go get a voice clip from stream. It's just the character saying "Thank you, Gav," and put that on my stream.
the rallying cry of Final Fantasy 16. Thank you, Gav.
Yes.